Welcome in, welcome in. I see it's two people in here. Welcome in. I can't see who you are. No comments have popped up yet. Well, dang, that jumped up quick. We went from 2 to 15. What's going on, people? I don't see any comments. So if y'all are saying something, I can't see them as of yet. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, somebody say something. Ah, there we go. Somebody says, "Hi, what is going on?" What is up? What is up? 61 people. That's what's up, man. I don't know if I ever had this many people in here. Drop down to 35. What am I doing? I want to do a live unboxing and first impression if that's what y'all want to see. I don't know how many people gonna stay in here because it's flip flopping. It went from 2 to 60 something, went up to 80 something. Now it's down to 18. So I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I would like to do an unboxing and a first impression, but I don't know how this is gonna go. This was actually impromptu. Um, I didn't uh I didn't announce that I was going live today or anything, so that's my fault. But I was outside trying to do some fishing and record some fishing content, and I caught one fish and he got away. So I stayed out there maybe 30 minutes and then I just gave up, came inside. I said I wanted to do some fragrance related content. So here we are. I got a few fragrances that I want to talk about, but I don't want to do everything in this particular live stream. I want to be able to do some content with this stuff. So I'm probably just going to pick maybe a couple of things to talk about and then get out of here. Um, Alanya, if I'm saying this wrong, correct me. Alanya Rodriguez, R4U, says she'll stay. I appreciate it. Said I said it wrong. I apologize. Definitely not perfect. I am not. All right, well, it looks like we got a steady 17 people in here. Hopefully, y'all stick around. Um, I think what I'm gonna do, I got two bags here, and I want you guys and gals to pick which one. You want the left hand or the right hand? You choose. Just know that one of these hands has way more fragrances in it than the other one. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying what fragrances are in these bags because it could be some cheapy stuff that y'all may not care about, and it could be some good stuff in here that y'all want to hear. Um, Somebody says left hand. Anybody else care to pick which hand y'all want to see? Left hand, right hand? Left foot. That wasn't an option, but I'll take that as a left hand. 504 lefty in here. Just picked up a couple of our Moth Odyssey frags from Burlington. Yeah, I've been seeing people send me videos of those. I got one left and one right. They've been sending me photos and short videos, left hand, of them finding those Odyssey fragrances. I haven't seen them yet. Got another left hand. We got a message held for review. So somebody must have been saying something they weren't supposed to be saying. And yes, my channel is heavily monitored. So if you coming in here with a bunch of negativity, it's not gonna slide over here. We don't do that over here. I left all that childish stuff in the past. When I first started my channel, we had people coming on antagonizing me and trying to get under my skin, and which I let them get under my skin then. I'm older, I'm wiser now, and that I don't go for that foolishness. So we just gonna get you up out of here. You can go to somebody else's channel with that. Not nice, definitely not nice at all. I mean, if you don't have anything nice to say, why say anything at all? And it's probably somebody sitting in their grandma basement with stained underwear on, sucking their thumb because they ain't got nothing better to do. All right, so we down to 9 people. I guess nobody wanted to stay. And I got a lot of left hands, and I think I had like 1 or 2 right hands, maybe. I see 1 right hand. I saw a left foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 left hands and 1 right. So we just gonna do this. And we steady dropping. I guess people love drama and ain't no drama going on over here, so they don't care and they bouncing. So bounce away. Um, Left hand it is. And the 2 fragrances I'm gonna talk about in this video, and I might just add 2 more in here just because. Um, no matter what. The 2 fragrances I picked up last night, if y'all saw my rack store video in Burlington, I showed you guys a few things that they had. They didn't have as much as they had in the past couple of days or weeks. But I picked up 2. I picked up both of these are from Pepe Jeans. And this one is addictive indulgence eau de parfum. And the other one is addictive by Pepe Jeans. And I have never owned any Pepe Jeans fragrances, clothing, any of that in my life. And I've seen a few reviewers talk about this brand. Some say it's good, some say it's just basic. So I'm gonna find out what these 2 fragrances are all about, and I'm gonna add an update to 2 other fragrances I talked about in an earlier review. You may or may not have seen it. So 504 Lefty says, just seen those. Yeah, I found these last night at Burlington. They were $14.99 a piece, and they didn't have anything else. I pretty much wiped out Burlington. I got so much stuff sitting on this shelf right here on my desk and up on the shelf from Burlington. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of stuff behind me on the shelves up here that are still in cellophane. I still got stuff on this desk in cellophane. So, what is that? These are colognes, if you're talking about this. So that's what I'm talking about in this video. We're talking about perfumery, cologne. Let's go ahead and get into it. I want to do addictive indulgence first. This one seems to be more of a cool weather type scent. I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap both of these. Uh, did you just started it? Started what? All right. So I have seen these bottles before on camera, never in person, and they don't look bad. I mean, something cool for the shelf is different. For those of you who care about a box, the box is as such nice chocolate brown or dark chocolate looking color. Uh, there's raised texture when it comes to the line around it. Like this part up here is smooth. This is a little rougher, like a matte black kind of finish. Does have the note breakdown on the back, information on the bottom. I'm not big on boxes unless it's a nice box. So it's a box. It opens, it closes, it serves its purpose, and it is what it is. Both of these fragrances are uh I have to go by have fun. All right, appreciate it. And you sub. I thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Top notes: bergamot, elemi, cardamom, chestnut, cedar, leather, labdanum, vanilla, and cacao. Sounded good to me. Plastic cap for those who want to know. I don't know. The outer layer may be like thin plastic or I mean metal, but the insert is plastic for those who care about that. Atomizer. That's not bad. That's not a bad atomizer whatsoever. Oh, that smells good. But it does remind me of something. Hmm. It reminds me of oh, I've smelled this DNA before in something else. It's just not catching my mental Rolodex right now. It smells so familiar. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Hmm. Check the notes out again. It's definitely a little bit. I don't want to say bright up top because it's not really bright, but I guess it's the citrus from the bergamot that's giving it that kind of bitter, a little bit of sharpness to it. But that cardamom blends in well with it and gives it a little bit of sexiness. And I absolutely love cardamom and fragrances. Lanwi de Lome is one of them. This reminded me of something else I've had before in the past, and I can't remember what it was that this smells like. It doesn't smell like it anymore, but the opening was so familiar to me. It's starting to dry down a bit now. Definitely starting to pick up on some chestnut. I think that cedar wood is also what's giving it a bit of bite, like a bit of sharpness. What's going on? 4084. I already ruined one person's name trying to pronounce it. I'm not doing it again. So I haven't really gotten to the dry down of this, the base of it, the labdanum, vanilla, and cacao yet, but I can definitely pick up some of the notes in this, not all of them. And for those who are just jumping in, I'm talking about Addictive Indulgent by Pepe Jeans. If you've ever seen or smelled this fragrance before, thoughts about JPG Lamel Elixir. I think I found that one the other day in Ross. I don't know if you are a sub of mine who watches those videos or those posts. I didn't buy that. The manager was just showing it to me because she couldn't find a case big enough to put it in. So she was just showing it to me, but I don't think I've smelled JPG Lamel Elixir. I have dupes of it, but I haven't smelled the original. And if I did, I may have on my trip to Burlington. I mean, Burlington to what's the name of that place? I'm now starting to pick up the cacao. It's kind of chocolatey a little bit. Yeah, but I don't own JPG Lamel Elixir. I just have dupes of it. This Pepe Jeans addictive indulgent, although it's the aesthetic of it, the bottle is dark. The box looks like something that's gonna be chocolatey and like for cold weather. This is not that dark and rich as I thought it was gonna be. You could still pull this off spring when it's still kind of cool. It's not quite hot yet. You probably could pull this off in the summer, maybe not outside, but maybe inside, like an office or indoors in a house or something like that. It's like royal honey. Heard it's the chick magnet. Got to test it in winter. Yeah, it's not as dark and rich and decadent as I thought it was going to be just by the box and the name, but it's pretty good. It smells really good. I'm surprised. This is my first fragrance from Pepe Jeans. I've seen them in the past. I've never owned any. I've seen other reviewers. Rod T87. What's good, man? Just talking about a little bit of Pepe Jeans. I let them pick which hand they wanted me to do reviews on, and they all picked except one person picked the left hand, which only had two fragrances in. Now, if y'all would have picked the right hand, this bag is full of stuff. I mean, it is loaded. Actually, they had to double bag this because there was so much stuff in here. All right, so that first Pepe Jeans, pretty damn good. I'm not mad at all. Now the second one is addictive, and it's also a 50 ml or milliliter. I know somebody in the comment sections of one of my videos said something about why we say mls because we don't want to say milliliters, and that's what it says on the box. It says right here 50 ml, which means milliliters. For the smart people in the room or the people who can comprehend, that's what it stands for. We don't always have to spell out everything that we say. All right, same bottle, just a different color scheme. This one is blue, the other one is chocolate brown or Hershey brown, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to spray this one on my right hand. And let's see the atomizer on this one. Why was that primed already? Somebody must have. Well, they couldn't have opened it because I just took the cellophane off of it. Okay, well maybe I got a dud. Let's see what we got. Pepe Jeans London Addictive is the second one we're gonna talk about. This one says it has cinnamon, sage, and grapefruit up top, lavender, leather, and geranium in the mid, ambergris, oak moss, and tonka in the base. Already, I can tell you, I don't like the opening of this one. I don't know, maybe it's the cinnamon, sage, and grapefruit blend that isn't meshing well. Maybe I got a dud bottle because it was already primed. Up front, up top, right now, I'm not liking this at all. The grapefruit in this does not smell authentic. It smells, I can't even call that synthetic. That just doesn't smell good at all. I don't know. That's something's just not right with that one. Then the sad part is I can't take it back to Burlington because they don't take back fragrances. So I don't know about this one. This one does not smell good at all. Like it's coming off weird. I don't know. Maybe this one is bad. Maybe something I don't know. Maybe something's actually wrong with it. Cause this I'm not really getting much of anything. There's this weird funkiness. It's supposed to be grapefruit. Like I can tell something is bitter, kind of like sharp in here, but it's not coming off like grapefruit. It's coming off weird, like maybe a grapefruit has went bad or it's rotted or something. And I'm not really getting much of a scent at all anymore. I can't tell you guys to buy this one because I don't know whether it's just my bottle, something's wrong with it, maybe, or is it just a terrible fragrance? I'd recommend the first one, the addictive indulgence. This one, I definitely will recommend this one, but this other one, the addictive, I don't know whether my bottle is bad or what, but as of right now, this is terrible. This is horrible. And right now, it's not smelling like anything, but you can see the shine on my hand still. Like it's not wanting to go away. The other one died down some. My hand is still shiny, but look at the difference. I'm not getting anything right now from this fragrance. Let me shake it up a little bit. Spray some on this box. See what happens now. I don't know. Something's just not right. Yeah, that is not good at all. That's not good. This is terrible. And on my hand, I'm not smelling anything anymore. Nothing. I'm not even getting that sour grapefruit. It's like it's just water in here and you're not getting nothing. Yeah, that's $14, $15 going down the drain. Wow. So one for one when it comes to Pepe Jeans. My first experience split down the middle. We got one very good one and one that's terrible. And I don't even know if I can call it terrible because I don't know if something's actually wrong with it or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it some time to dry down some more, and it don't even seem like it's doing anything anymore. I don't know. All right, so I want to talk about two fragrances that I picked up at the same Burlington. I've been seeing these over and over and over again, and I think there's actually three of these that I saw, but I only picked up two because those were the only two in store at the moment. The first one was End Zone by a brand called Unbasic. And this one has sage, mineral, and wood. And there are actually more notes to both of these fragrances, but I don't have time to stop and get my other phone and look up notes and all that. So I'm gonna just give you what I smelled when I sprayed these on. End Zone is along the same lines of the Addictive Indulgent by Pepe Jeans, although this version, to me, I didn't like it at first when I first sprayed this. And you can go back and watch that video where you see me reaching out for these two fragrances on a football field. Um, I didn't care for it at first. I said it was okay. And then later on in the video, something changed with this fragrance and it got so much better. It smells so good. And for $12.99, you can't beat what I got out of this. Now, the performance, I will say, is not the best with End Zone. I got about 5 to 5.5 hours of longevity out of this. The first fragrance journey 01 in the building. What's up, fam? The first 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, this was pumping. It was doing its thing. Smells up top, it comes off a little bit bright, a little bit fresh. Then it dries down, it starts to get creamy, smooth, and more for like date night or night wear, whatever you want to call it. I wear both of these day or night, but this one turned out to be more of a date night type of scent. I know Fragrance Journey 01 wouldn't care too much about something like this because his collection is crazy. Y'all need to go over and check out his channel too, man. He got some fragrances in his collection that I ain't never even heard of in my life. And that's the guy you want to talk to when it comes to abstract or true, what I call true niche fragrances. So check him out, Fragrance Journey 01. That's my guy. But these fragrances are more along the lines of people who just want to smell good, don't want to spend a whole ton of money on a fragrance. You want something that you can wear to the gym. You want to go hang out with the fellas, or you got a date, something like that, and you just don't want to go all out. You just want to be smelled a little bit. You just want something on that's not really gonna get you a lot of attention, but could. This is what you would reach for. Let's see. Appreciate that, fam. As long as you smell good, it's all that matters. That's my motto. That is my motto. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I fell for the okey doke at one point in time, and I started buying all this. Even though I was getting mine discounted, I was finding creeds and bond number nines and all this stuff, trying to impress people aesthetically, like behind me. Now you see a lot of Middle Eastern stuff, which really there's a phase going on right now with Middle Eastern fragrances, which is cool. But I had sold off damn near everything in my collection. So I really didn't have nothing. And I just started one day buying a few things and it turned into this all over again. I got a few designer things, but not much. Um, but for me, what the point where I'm at right now, all that matters is that I smell good like I did when I first started my channel some years ago. That's all I care about right now. And I got crazy compliments with this fragrance the other night. And this is Nomad by French Avenue. And I had a maintenance guy tell me how good I smelled, and he asked what it was I was wearing. And two young ladies at my job said back to back, told me how good I had the lobby smelling and how good the fragrance smelled. I found this one at Burlington, and they actually had two, but I passed on them because I thought that they were those what Jeffrey Bean. Um, I can't think of the name of that fragrance, but it's a Jeffrey Bean fragrance that was terrible in my opinion. And I had it at one point in time. I thought that that's what it was because it came in this bag. This is what Nomad comes in, this bag. And I didn't see the front, I saw the back. So I passed on them. And then a couple of days later, I went back to that same Burlington. Lo and behold, these two fragrances were still there. I bought one for $39.99 and I smelled it. And when I went back to go get the other one as a backup, because I loved it so much, it was already gone. But this stuff is amazing. Nomad by French Avenue. And it's supposed to be a blend of two different fragrances. And I believe both of them are niche fragrances. But I can't think of the name of it off the top of my big old dome. So that's a video for another time, in which I did record a video for this fragrance and it'll be coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. Uh let's see. I support you, fam. Definitely, man. I support you too. Yes, gray flannel is what I was talking about. It comes in a bag, like not this big of a bag, but it comes in a bag, and the texture of the bag is not like this one either. That one is more of almost like felt. This one is more of like rough. But I thought that that's what it was, and it wasn't. It was that fragrance. Michael says I have it. It's good. Gray flannel sucks. Yeah, I bought gray flannel years ago from a Ross in Savannah, Georgia, and my two oldest kids at the time were teenagers, and I had a Ford Explorer at the time. I think it was. Yeah, I had a Ford Explorer at the time. I bought that fragrance. I got in the truck, and actually, I sprayed it on outside the truck. I got into the truck, and when I got in, my two kids got out, and they told me how much I stunk and that I needed to get it off. So I had to find a way to wipe it off, or they weren't gonna get back in the truck. But yeah, I thought that that's what that fragrance was, and I passed it. But I'm glad I went back. Um, Michael says he's in Vidalia, Georgia. I haven't been to Vidalia in years. All right, the next one by Unbasic is Interval. And this one is said to have lemon, bergamot, and pepper, but there are more notes in this. Bergamot, lemon, petitgrain, cardamom, cedarwood, and gaiac, and ambrox is what's in this one. And I love this one way more than I liked End Zone at first, but then something changed with End Zone, and End Zone got good. It got creamy. It got, and which that's what it's doing now. It's turning into what it turned into last time. The performance on End Zone was okay, 5 to 5.5 hours for that one, with about 2 hours of projection. Um, Interval, on the other hand, beast mode on my. This is just me talking about me. I'm not saying that if you buy this, this is not what you're gonna get. I'm not saying that. I'm saying on my skin, I got 8+ hours of longevity, and I mean strong longevity. I'm not talking about it turned into a skin scent and I can still barely smell it. I didn't even have to put my arm to my nose to know I still had this on. So that's how good the projection was with Interval. This thing is fresh, it's crisp, it's clean, very refreshing. It does have a bit of syntheticness to it up top, like the citrus that's in this is not realistic. You can tell, but it still gets good. It still turns great. I love it. Spring, summer. This is something. These, like, I passed on these fragrances so many times, thinking that it was gonna be trash, and they turned out to prove me wrong. And I'm not always wrong when it comes to picking fragrances, but I don't know. Here lately, I've been hitting home runs when it comes to even the inexpensive stuff, man. Michael says he's at work, got to run, take care. All right, man, be easy. I don't know what kind of work you're doing, but be safe. Sounds like the notes in Creed Silver Mountain Water. But it doesn't smell like Silver Mountain Water at all. It doesn't. It's far from it. It is far from it. But it is good for a cheapie. It is definitely good, man. I a lot of you have known me from the beginning, and I've always been upfront and honest when it comes to fragrances. And I can't lie to people about stuff. I've been a liar in the past. In my younger years, I was a liar, I was a cheat, a scammer, a thief, all kinds of stuff. And I can admit that in my older age. I take full responsibility for everything I've done, the people I've wronged in the past, my ex-wife and all that. I apologize to her, and I explained to her, why I was the person I was and all this kind of stuff. Now, whether she did what she did, because she was a cheater too, and she never apologized to me, but I made amends. And whether she can admit it or not, which obviously she can't, it is what it is. Not everybody's going to be able to face the mirror, turn that mirror around to themselves and face their consequences or face themselves. I can. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you guys that something is good when it's not, or something is not good when it is. That's just my truth. And I got somebody on here, Rod says he's not feeling Nomad smell really cheap to him. And that's his reality. But to me, and what I got, the compliments that I got when I had it on, I can't deny it. Now, the fragrance alone isn't what's gonna make people come up and talk to me. Being that I'm 6'3", pushing 6'4", I'm 200 and some odd pounds. I'm very likable. I'm easy to I'm approachable, I should say. Easy to talk to. I'm a great listener. My presence can be felt. Like people see stuff in me that I don't see in myself. So there's something there. I just haven't tapped into it yet. But yeah, that's his truth. If he said that he don't like it, I ain't mad at him. There are people who get in the comments of people's videos and say stuff like that, and people get upset when you don't agree with them on their favorite fragrance. Doesn't make me a bit of difference, because I'm still, if I find a backup bottle of Nomad, I'm gonna get it. For real though, your reviews are usually on point. Been like that from early on. I try to keep it like that, man. That's the only way I know. But yeah, both of these fragrances, End Zone and Interval, 12.99 a piece. Show you the boxes again, just in case some of y'all are curious. This is End Zone. This is Interval. I think there's another one too. I saw it before and I passed on it, but then I didn't see it again. But if y'all choose to pick these fragrances up, just know they are not the reinvention of the wheel. These are not groundbreaking fragrances. It's not the next Creed Aventus. It's not the next Baccarat Rouge 540. It's not the next whatever people are hyping up right now. These are just everyday scents that are a little bit, that are average or a teeny bit notch above average, that pretty much can get the job done. End Zone, man, I'm telling you, End Zone has it turned like this. I don't want to say soapy, but it kind of comes off a little bit soapy, a little bit, but it's creamy at the same time, and it's kind of weird. But it smells so good. And Interval, Like I said, the citrus in this comes off a bit synthetic smelling, but to me it smells pretty good. I can't lie. It is what it is. Y'all don't have to take my word for it. And I'm not pressing anybody to go out and buy these fragrances. But if you're curious and you just want to spend $12.99, even if you don't like them, keep the box intact and give it to somebody for a gift or something like that. I'm pretty sure the guys got cousins, nephews, sons, teenage sons or whatever. Maybe you got a family member of a dad or uncle or something like that who is into fragrances, and maybe you want to get them to try something different. Do that, but it is what it is, man. Now this Pepe Jeans, I can tell the addictive indulgence is gonna be a skin scent because I have to dig into my nose, into my hand to be able to pick it up. Yeah, this is not bad. It smells good. It's just probably not gonna be a great projector. Maybe within the first 30 minutes to an hour, then it'll probably turn into a skin scent. So on my skin, I probably won't get no more than maybe 4 hours out of this, maybe five. But I'll have to wear it and see. The addictive one, it did change from whatever the hell that was in the beginning, cinnamon, sage, and grapefruit. It was so weird. Now you can see I've had this on my hand the entire time. Look at the oil sheen difference. Like something is really going on with this fragrance. Look at my hand. It looks like it's still wet. That's crazy. Compared to this one, you can still see the spot here. And I sprayed about as much as I did the other one. Look at that. Something, it smells good now, but it's faint also. I don't think this one is going to be a great projector either. Definitely picking up the sweetness from that tonka. The ambergris is there. I can get that. The oak moss, I'm not picking up anything like mossy or grassy or like I'm not even getting leather. I'm getting maybe lavender and geranium. Whatever that concoction was with that cinnamon sage and grapefruit up top, that was trash. Let's see. Not sure if you're aware, but the Izzy Ombre Noir, the Holy Grail frag, is now available at Fragrance Net for 72. Yeah, that's a bit out of my price range. I try not to spend that kind of money on one fragrance. What up, though? What's going on? Oh shit, that's the mayor of Detroit. I ain't even read your name, man. What's going on, fam? That's what's up, man. What is going on, my guy? Um, this was just an impromptu live stream, like I always do. I just jump on here. Um, yeah, but what I'm saying is that was early on in my fragrance journey. I'm talking about where I'm at now. I don't spend that kind of money on fragrances. And I still have that fragrance. I don't know if you saw it. It's right there. I didn't pay 350 for it though. I think I paid, which was still a lot of money. I think I paid 2 or 250 for it. I have to go back and look at that video. He gave me a discount. But yeah, I don't spend that kind of money on these fragrances. If you look at my fragrance collection, look at this stuff. All of this stuff ain't expensive. Like these, the five fragrances by Calvin Klein, I found both of these, I think, for like 20 bucks a piece. And those videos are posted. This Carolina Herrera I found a couple days ago, or maybe a week or so ago, that was cheap as hell. That Shack fragrance was about 20 bucks. All of this Middle Eastern stuff I got up here, this stuff was no more than what, 30, 35, some of it 20 something dollars. Those Daniel Hosier fragrances, I got those on Macari, so I got those discounted heavily. This one my girlfriend paid for. I think she paid like 200 and something dollars for it. Hold on, let me show you. You probably can't see it. This is Western Valley London signature number, what is that, 4? She paid for this. I actually told it was a Hispanic guy when I was working at a lumber yard years ago. And this Hispanic guy came in and he had this on, and I asked him what it was because I kept smelling it on him. He told me what it was. He showed me a picture of it rather because he couldn't speak good English. He showed it to me, and then I looked it up and I was like, shit, that shit almost $300. If not two or 250. I showed it to my girlfriend, and lo and behold, she went and bought it. We were in the mall walking around one day before the mall turned into the garbage that it is now. And she snuck into the damn fragrance store and bought this shit. And which is some good juice. But yeah, I don't spend that kind of money on fragrances anymore when I just simply want to smell good. And I can do that by spending between 20, maybe 40 or 50 bucks. I don't have to spend 200, 300, $400 on a bottle of cologne to smell good. So, but everybody's at their own journey, on their own journey. If that's what you choose to do, I'm not a pocket watcher. I don't care what you make. I don't care what you do with your money. That's on you. I'm gonna do what's best for me. Um, let's see. I missed some. Have you tried Afnon Linked Freedom? No, I haven't seen that one. I don't do much ordering online, so if I don't see it in store, I probably will never pick it up. Let's see. Impact Fishing. Good evening, everyone. What is going on, man? I tried to record a fishing video earlier in my backyard. I got a nice pond back there for it's a neighborhood pond, I should say, in the subdivision I live in. And I caught one fish on camera, but it got off, and then I didn't catch anything else. So I just killed that video. And I don't know if your name is a reflection of what you actually do. So, but I just threw that out there. What fragrance are you reviewing at the moment? The ones that I just talked about were from Pepe Jeans. I picked these up last night from Burlington, and they were, I think, 14.99 a piece. This one, which is Addictive Indulgence, Eau de Parfum. This is good. It's kind of like a cooler weather scent, chocolatey, got some cacao in there. There's some cardamom for some sexy, chestnut, stuff like that in it. It's really good. It's not a great performer, I can tell that already. But yeah, it's pretty good. This one, however, I don't know if I got a bad bottle, but show you the difference. See that hand? I sprayed it right here. This is the chocolate colored one. This one, and that's not a fresh spray. That's this one. Something is going on with this fragrance, and it's not drying down at all on my hand. You can see the difference. And it doesn't, like, the opening of this fragrance, it says it has cinnamon, sage, and grapefruit. I don't know if that's like a bad blend of fragrances notes to put together, because it came off nasty as I don't know what. Right now, I'm picking up a little something from it. I think it's like tonka bean, a little bit of ambergris. I'm not getting the oak moss. Lavender, maybe some slight leather. But the dry down of this is good. It's rough as hell up top. And it's probably not going to be a great performer either. And then I talked about these two are just fragrances that I kept seeing in the rack store, and I just went ahead and picked up from a brand called Unbasic, End Zone, which is the bottom one, and Interval. And I have a video up on both of these fragrances already a couple of days ago. These were $12.99 a piece. This one turned into like a creamy, smooth, kind of fresh, um, sexy date night, or you can wear it in the daytime because it's not a heavy, dark fragrance. It's just creamy, very smooth. And then Interval is more on the fresh side. This one has some notes of lemon, bergamot, and pepper. A little bit synthetic smelling up top, but it does get better. And this one has the better performance of the two on my skin. I can't say that it's going to do that for you, but for me, that's what I got. I got 8+ hours of longevity out of this one without it turning into a skin scent. It was pumping all day and beyond. The other one, End Zone, probably like 5.5 hours of longevity. I could still smell it maybe an hour or so after that, but I had to get in close to smell it. Projection on this one was probably like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. So, but that's what I was talking about. And I gave everybody the option to choose the left hand or the right hand. Everybody except one person chose the left hand, which were the two Pepe Jeans fragrances. And I said if they would have chose the right hand, they would have got the bigger bag with the most stuff in it. So I guess I'll save that bag for another day. Let's see. Yeah, it's amazing. I never spend that much, but that is hard to get. It's like 300 on eBay. Uh, which one you talking about? You talking about the Albatage concepts? Is what you talking about? Because they have it in my local mall, and I think it's called Perfume World or something like that. Excuse me. I think it's called Perfume World or something like that. And I was in there a couple of days ago and I saw that one plus and some other flankers to this fragrance also. It's like four or five others, I believe. But I'm not as bad as I want to get my hands on them. I can't do it. That would be a tax time thing for me because them things is expensive, and I don't think I can spend that kind of money again on fragrances anyway. Let's see. How is the Shack fragrance? I did a video on it. You should check it out. But I'll give you my thoughts again on this fragrance. I didn't care for it. It to me just smells kind of basic. It reminds me of 1 million, the original 1 million. That's how it kind of comes off to me. Like the original 1 million. Yeah, just not as heavy as the original. It's like a lighter version of it. That's what I get. It's okay. I really didn't care much for it. It was inexpensive, and I think I seen another one of these the other day in Ross. What I do want to try is the first one that he came out with the silver cap. Now I heard that was supposed to be better than this one. This is not bad, but if you got 1 million in your collection, you don't need this. It's not the same. It kind of smells similar though. I wore it a couple days ago for the second time, and I still wasn't impressed by it. So, um, Ramadi by Arif. Um, where? Because I don't think I have that, and I'm not seeing what you seeing. If it's on this front row up here, I don't think. French Avenue. I forgot what the name of this is. Oh, this is Venom. Veneno. That's Veneno. This is Massage, Infused, Shiaka, Snow, Hawas, Vulcan, Nomad. That's Ether. Polo. You might have been talking about this. Yeah. Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah. This one smells like this one smells like 1 million Lucky. I think that's what it's supposed to be a dupe of. 1 million Lucky. Rod says I try to stay 50 and under. Gotta find them deals. I feel you. French Avenue, Atlantis is a banger. I have not opened that one yet. What I'm waiting on, I do not know. But I have it. I just haven't opened it. I got it for $34.99 at Burlington. I found this one and I found um Ether at the on the same exact day at the same time. They had just rolled the rack out and I grabbed both of them as soon as I saw them. Let's see. Got both of them. The brown is better. It's water-based, non-alcohol. Yes, I do fishing and love fit. I do love fishing. Not too long ago, I got back from fishing at Lake Blackshear. Where is Lake Blackshear? Is that in Georgia or is that somewhere else? Because there's a place here called Blackshear, not too far from me. So you might not be that far from me. Grim Scent says, "What's happening up in here?" Just talking a little bit of frags, my guy. My video started out choosing left hand or right hand. I had two bags in each. I had one. Damn, I can't even talk. I had one bag in each hand. I didn't show them what was in the bags. I didn't show them how many or how big the bags were. I just held them out and I said, choose left hand, right hand. Which one y'all want me to review? Everybody except one person chose left hand, and that bag only had two fragrances, which were Pepe Jeans. I can't even remember the name of them. Addictive, Indulgence, and Addictive. And this one started out being terrible. It got better as time went on. The opening is rough as hell. I don't know what's going on with this fragrance. Show you my hand real quick compared to the other one. And it will not dry down at all. So I don't know what's going on with it, but and then I talked about two fragrances, just some cheapies, End Zone and Interval. I picked up for $12.99 a piece at Burlington. That's all. And then everybody started asking questions about my fragrances and stuff. Pepe Jeans fragrances I have. Um, of course, we got another message being held for review. Somebody being naughty, naughty, naughty. I keep telling y'all, that's not going on my channel anymore. We're not doing that. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. You are correct that you don't need to spend 300 to smell good. I have been rocking Perry Ellis Blue and Dolce and Gabbana Summer Vibes. Both were under 50 and from TJ Maxx. Yeah, you do not. Unless you are some kind of real um heavy fragrance connoisseur and you indulge in that kind of stuff, then I mean I don't have a problem with it because I had high end fragrances at one point in time too. but I had them for the wrong reasons. I had them for aesthetics. I had it just so I can put it up behind me on shelves and look good for people. A lot of that stuff I wasn't even wearing. Like I had like 10 or 15 different Bond number nines. I had all different kind of creeds, Parfums de Marley's. Um, I had Nasamato fragrances. I had all kinds of stuff, man. And as you can see behind me, I don't have none of that anymore because all of this stuff suffices for me. All these Middle Eastern fragrances. I mean, I have some designer brand stuff in here, but majority of the stuff I got is Middle Eastern brand stuff. I got some indie house stuff that companies send me. I do have some designer stuff down here at the bottom, but I don't have a lot of that stuff I used to have. And you can go back and look at my old videos. I touched all that stuff. I just don't need all of that to smell good, man. But the real reason why sold off a lot of that stuff was because of what happened to my daughter several years back. She was shot, and I had sold off my collection to help her pay her car note and insurance until she was able to work again. So that was why I got rid of my stuff. And I just chose not to go back and try to get all of it all over again. I just started collecting Middle Eastern stuff. You collect most clones or mixed clones, designer niche. Um, I used to collect some of everything, and at this point, I just pick up whatever seems to smell good that I think I'm gonna like. If I go in the rack store and I see something interesting on the shelf, like take for instance, I'm gonna use these three for an example. I walked into Burlington one day and I saw Eighth Wonder. I don't remember the prices. I think the prices range from like 20 something to 30, 40 something dollars between these three a piece. I picked up Safari Breeze and I picked up Hypnotic Gold. And just the note breakdown on these three fragrances alone sounded good to me. I know what I like. I know what notes I like. So that's what I base how I'm gonna make a purchase off of. I don't just walk in the store and I say, "Oh crap, it's Hawass Thunder Lips," just because everybody else was talking about it. I don't care that everybody else is hyping fragrances or whatever. I don't care. I don't even watch a lot of fragrance content anymore. There are certain people that I watch because their content comes off um realistic or not like they trying to sell me something or like they are trying to convince me of something. Or you can kind of tell or you get the notion that somebody's lying when they really don't like something, or you will see a reviewer who you know are known for only liking a specific style of fragrance, but then all of a sudden you'll see them doing Old Spice deals. You'll see them all of a sudden picking up Middle Eastern stuff or stuff you know that they probably ain't gonna spray on after the camera turns off. I don't watch those content creators anymore. That's not real to me. If you're not gonna take this stuff and wear it on a consistent, regular basis, why are you even talking about it? Like you know you got all this niche stuff behind you on your shelf. You're not gonna spray on no Old Spice in a video. And I know it's for you got a brand deal or you got some kind of contract with that brand or whatever, they sponsoring you. I get it. Get your coins. But I'm not going to trust you when I know for a fact that you got all this niche stuff behind you. You're not spraying on no Old Spice, my guy. You're not doing it. So I'm getting myself worked up a little bit here. My throat's starting to act up. But yeah, I base what I pick up off of note breakdowns. I stand in the store, I pull my phone out. I know it looks weird to some people. I pull my phone out, I look at the note breakdowns, and if there's notes in it that sound good, that seem like it's gonna smell good, it seems like it may have lasting power, then that's what I reach for. That's what I gravitate towards. I'm not thinking about who did it and what for. who talked about it on their channel, I don't care what he talking about because he may say it smell like horse piss, and then I get it and it smells heavenly. It smells like Jesus pissed on it, and it smells good as hell. Like, I'm not listening to all these other people, man. I'm not doing it. I just go by what I like, and that's all I can do. But yeah, I used to do a mixture of things. I still have a mixture of stuff like Halston Man Amber. Somebody gave to me a long time ago. That's some good juice. It's discontinued. Novatus Champagne Royale is good juice. That was made from another reviewer that was gifted to me. It's Time by Bruce Buffer, the ring announcer. I bought that one. Um, of course, then you see all this Middle Eastern stuff I got here, and then I got some designer stuff, polo, um, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a mixture of a lot of different things. Let's see. The Mr. H says, "Hey, what's up from Orlando? What's good, man? What is going on?" Vinny says, "Any Banadir?" I've never even heard of that. What is that? My nose ain't to the streets like it used to be. Alexandria. I had some Alexandria fragrances, if that's what you're talking about. I don't think I own any anymore. Um, I don't think. If I do, it would probably be in that container that I got up there, but I doubt it. I doubt it. You know what? I stand corrected. I think this is the only one I got left. I think I sold the other ones, and it looks crazy. Something is. I wouldn't spray this on to save my life. I got Zion, which is a great fragrance, but if you look at how cloudy looking that is, there's some stuff floating around in there now. I don't know if y'all can see that. That is disgusting. And I wouldn't dare spray this on now. Look at it. If you can see it down here, it's a lot of buildup in that corner back there. That is disgusting. It still smells good though, but I would not wear that right now to save my life. Nobody really talks about Alexandria like they used to. Nobody talks about alt fragrances. I hear a lot of bad talk about alt fragrances now. I had a couple. I got one on the cat on the desk right now, Executive, which is one of my favorites. And you was finding these in TJ Maxx recently for like $20. Yummy lay. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Uh, said it's on the bottom shelf. Oh, you must be still talking about that. That what you call it? That was from earlier. Okay. Uh, 300 DC Ombre Noir is so unavailable. It's like 300. Yeah, I ain't never even heard of that fragrance before, so I can't vouch for it. Somebody says they love. Oh, the mayor says he loves ether. I do too. I sprayed. I think I sprayed this on earlier today, and as soon as I walked out of this damn closet, my old lady was standing out in the bedroom, and she was like, "Damn, you smell good." So, yeah, I've worn this a couple of times already, and I don't know why I'm saving Atlantis for a special occasion or something like that. I haven't even like I've been trying to get like the perfect thumbnail for it, and I don't know. I just think that that fragrance is gonna be like this grandiose fragrance. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna smell it, and it's just gonna be everything. And I don't know why I get nervous even talking about it. Uh, it is. I have Remedy, and it's good. Yeah, I like it. It reminds me of 1 Million Lucky. So bad. I think that is what it's supposed to be a dupe of. And I like it. I had 1 million Lucky and I sold it off, and I wanted a replacement for it. And then when dupes started becoming popular, I was like, I know it's got to be a dupe of 1 million Lucky somewhere. And I came across that one day and I looked it up while I was in store. I think I got that from TJ Maxx. I looked it up, and of course, it said it was a dupe of 1 million Lucky. I bought it, got home, sprayed it, and I fell in love with it. Uh, the mayor says I need to open it. Man, don't make me open that on camera right now. Please don't make me do that. Always good to see your videos. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that vote of confidence, man. At times I get to a point where um I don't know. It wasn't fun anymore for me. And I got to a point where I just didn't care. My health was starting to decline, so I needed to start taking better care of myself. My daughter had a daughter. My daughter had a child, my granddaughter. So I started stepping up, being granddaddy. Um, Started doing some fishing things. Then my youngest boy, he's 5, but he'll be 6 this year. I was trying to teach him how to ride a bike, but he kept quitting on me, and I don't raise quitters. And then finally, he got back on his bike and he picked up on it. Now he thinks he's a pro. Just being a father, man. Just being a father. I was as good of a father as I could be to my oldest two. Um, I was very selfish though, back in those days, my younger days. And even though I played with the kids, I took them out, did stuff with them. Um, I didn't teach them much as far as like teaching my son how to be a real man. I taught him the basic stuff like holding doors open for elderly people, saying yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, having table manners and stuff like that, not cursing in front of people, learn how to turn it off and on if you're gonna curse. um I pick and choose when I curse, in which I shouldn't do it at all. But when I'm around adults, and I'm almost 50, I'll be, I think, 48 or 49 this year. And I can still, to this day, when I'm around my mom, my grandma, my stepdad, anybody older adults, I'm at the workplace, I don't curse at all. Now, when I'm around people who don't really care about themselves that much and they doing a bunch of cursing or whatever, I'll curse, yeah. But I didn't teach my son enough. And I feel like at times I failed him as a father. I don't want to put too much information out there because it's not really anybody's business, but I just feel like I failed him as a father. And my daughter, I can't teach her how to be a woman, but I could teach her. I could have taught her what men want and what men like, and not to be like her mother, a single parent, that kind of vibe, whatever. And it just is what it is, man. I just at times I just feel like I failed. So I got a second chance with my youngest boy to do a better job than I did with my first son. And we talk. I don't have an issue. We don't have issue with each other. My oldest boy. Um, I can't wait till he comes home and gets his life back together. But yeah, I just feel like I got a second chance to do right this time, man. So I I don't know. Grim Scent says, okay, cool. I'll drop a sub. We are building a nice little tight knit community within Fragcom, helping each other grow and enjoy the hobby. Yeah, I have been around. I don't know how much you know about me and my channel, but I've been around for about 10 years doing this. And when I first started doing content, it felt like a tight knit community back then. I mean, of course, you had the higher ups, the grumpy old men who were saying that uh, Fragcom has become convoluted. It's too many fragrance content creators and a lot of people just talking and not knowing what they're talking about. Like me, I'm not a professional, but I enjoy fragrance. I'm not going to sit here and say that I study everything that I pick up. But I just love fragrance. I love the way things smell, the way it comes off, the reactions that I get from people if I get reactions. Why not be able to share that? And those guys, the higher ups, they were disgruntled. They were making videos saying that people need to get out of Fragcom and blah blah blah. And we were at one point in time sharing videos. We were doing tag videos, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of hatred started coming from other reviewers hating on this person because this person got this many subs while they still sitting at this amount of subs. Why this? Why that? Why this fragrance? This? Why that? And like it just was so much BS going on, man. And it to me right now, it doesn't even feel like a community anymore. It feels like a bunch of what do they call it back in the old days where the people used to come at like Frankenstein with the pitchforks and they got their torches and all that stuff. Um, that's what it feels like. Like everything you say and do, you're being attacked. Like even with this live stream, somebody's been trying to leave negative comments and they've been getting blocked. There's no need for that. You don't like me for what? You don't know me, you never met me a day in your life, but because I'm doing something that you don't have the balls to do, you're gonna hate on me. Why? Like I don't even know what the comment's saying, but it keeps getting blocked. And I don't even care to go back and look at the comment to see what they're trying to say. Why even come over here with that? Find somebody else who deals with negativity and y'all can negativity up together and cross mogination and whatever, and y'all do that over there. Don't come to other people's channels with the foolishness. We don't want to hear that. We don't care. We happy over here. We smell good over here. We doing big things. We living life over here. Y'all keep that negative stuff over there. If you want to go in your grandma's basement and both of y'all sit behind a computer screen and type up stuff together with y'all dirty undies on, y'all do that over there. Yes, Ombre Noir is great. It does open with a heavy saffron, but closes with a nice ambery cinnamon. It's near niche quality stuff. Ramadi is a dupe of 1 Million Lucky, and it smells great. I also have Oswald by Arif Perfumes. Uh, Lake Black Shear is in Cordell, Georgia. I'm gonna have to look that up, man. Is it a big lake? I need to look that up and see how far Cordell is from me. I'm in Brunswick, Georgia. If you didn't know that, so that's why I asked. There's a town called Blackshear, not too far from me, and I've been there before, and that's why I was asking. Just blind bought frags today and got 5 in from Central Obsession. Kevin Holt, that's my guy. Kev makes some great stuff, as does Travis Gearhart from Dapper. He makes some great stuff too. His Creed Aventus X straight to die for. You can tell I went through a lot of it. I had a bunch of fragrances from both of those guys. I think Kev just sent me recently. I love his Andy Warhol. I have several different variations of it, and he just sent me a package a couple of days ago with I think his newest version of Andy Warhol. He sent me 2 of these, and then he sent me some other stuff. So yeah, I need to get a review done of those too. Somebody still trying to send the messages. Let's see. I prefer indie house inspiration houses. Nothing wrong with that. Damn, brother, glad she's okay. No shame in clones. Keep doing your thing for sure. I just got that safari breeze. Yeah, man. I wore it. I wore it a couple days ago. Maybe last week. I think that was my alarm going off. Um, but anyway, I didn't expect what I got from this from Safari Breeze. This stuff smells amazing, man. It's realistic. It doesn't come off synthetic at all to me. That's just my personal opinion. It smells very good. It's very citrusy, very fresh. On my skin, long lasting. I got well over 8+ hours out of this, and I highly recommend it. And they had 2 bottles of this on the shelf that day. And I've heard people talk about this fragrance, other reviewers, but I didn't think that it was gonna be that good. And once I smelled it, I raced back to the store to go buy the other bottle, and of course it was gone. Every time I try to go back to the store to buy a backup, it's gone. I probably won't see it again no time soon. Uh Bro Sense is in the building. Scent of the day, Spice Bomb Fresh. I had that one at one point in time. I remember when your daughter was shot. Glad she's okay now. Yeah, she was here. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? She still has issues at times, like her ribs hurt at times because I think when she got shot in the back, and it ricocheted around in her a little bit. I think it broke some ribs, and I think it did something to her lung, if I'm not mistaken. But she has some aches and pains at times. She can't laugh hard still to this day. That's been a couple years ago now. She still can't laugh too hard. She can't take real deep breaths um, at times, but she's doing fine. She does have that nasty scar. It's from her chest all the way down her stomach. So she's gonna live with that the rest of her life. But as long as she's still here, man, that's all I care about. Um, I've been through a lot with that girl, man. A lot. I remember one time we was at the beach. I can't swim for one. I grew up in Alabama, so we had creeks and streams that weren't even knee deep. So I never learned how to swim. I moved to Georgia when I was like 13, maybe something like that, 12 or 13, and I just never learned how to swim. I would always get in the water, I just never learned. Well, one day we was at the beach and she was maybe preteen at the time, and I can remember her saying, "Daddy, my feet aren't on the ground no more. Come and get me." And I'm standing there and I'm like, man, stop playing. Cause she's tall. Both my oldest kids are about my height. I'm 6'3", almost 6'4", and they look at me eye to eye. That's how tall they are. Well, she was not quite eye to eye to me, but she was about there. And I was thinking, ain't no freaking way. And then when I saw the panic on her face, I started walking out towards her to go get her. I reached out for her and grabbed her. I turned around and put her on my neck. By this time, the water on me is like right here. So I'm like trying to keep my head above water, and I start trying to walk back towards shore, but the current was pulling me backwards. And I can feel the sand underneath my feet leaving quick. So I went underwater a couple of times while she was still on my neck. She was still above water. I went under, I jumped, tried to come back up. I went back down, and the next time I jumped up, it pulled us a little further out. So now the next time I'm on my feet, my head is underwater. And then I jumped up one last time, and when I came up, I told her, I said, call for help. And then I went back under, and then next thing you know, it was a guy a few feet from us, and he was like, "Are you serious?" And she was like, "Yes, my daddy can't swim." And then I felt somebody grab my hand and pull me closer to the shore. And then I never got back in the water after that. She won't get in either. I'll get in maybe knee deep, but I won't go no further than that, man. I don't like the beach. After that day, I couldn't do it. But yeah, we had my daughter and I have had some experiences, man, and I love all my kids to death, but that one in particular, she was my firstborn. And people, y'all can say what y'all want to say about me. You should love your kids equally. I love my kids to death. I'll do anything for them. I'll jump in front of a bullet, a car, a falling piano from the sky to save my kids. But my daughter, I've been through way more with her than I have my other kids, man. And that girl has my freaking heart. Um, Woody says, "Howdy from Texas. What's going on, my man?" Message retracted. Scent of the day, cream bergamot. Who makes that? Let's see. I even picked up some old school fragrances like Burberry for Men, Safari. How is that Safari by Ralph Lauren? I've seen that fragrance so many times and I keep passing on it. I ask people and they always give me half-ass answers when it comes to what I need to know about these fragrances. Nobody wants to tell me anything. And I don't want to just buy it to waste money. All I've heard is that it was an old school style fragrance, like a fougere. And I don't mind fougeres, but if it's gonna be stinky or like, I don't care. Burberry for Men was one of my first fragrances. My ex-wife bought for me, and I absolutely loved it. I smelled it on a guy. I used to be the manager of the galley. There was a casino cruise ship here called the Emerald Princess, and I used to be a line prep cook, and then I became the head cook, and then the manager left, and I became the manager over the galley. And a guy walked in one day, him and his girlfriend or wife, and I smelled it on him, and I was like, "Dang, what is that you got on, bro?" And he told me what it was, and it was Burberry for Men. And that's still to this day. I don't own it. I don't think I still have it, but that's still one of my favorite fragrances. Very masculine, manly. I love that stuff, man. Montague perfumes, great. I've heard of them before. I don't think I own anything from them. Um, it's good. Vinny vouches for them. Atlantic Extrait, Atlantis Extrait is good. Yeah, I showed them that fragrance. I have it. I just haven't done a review on it yet. I don't know what the hell I'm waiting on. I don't know what I'm waiting on. I just expect this fragrance to be so good. Like like Aether, whatever you want to call it. This stuff is amazing too. But if Atlantis is better than this, I'm in for a treat. But yeah, I have it. I just haven't opened it. Still in the cellophane. Just haven't opened it yet. I got to give the Middle Eastern Fragrance House their flowers. They have done an outstanding job of making bang for your buck fragrances for the masses. I agree wholeheartedly. There are people out there who hate Clone House fragrances because um, they say that it takes away from the perfumers and the, I guess, the retail sellers or whatever. It takes money out of their pockets. But I'm gonna say this in general. Excuse me. Clone House fragrances are not one to one. And I personally I own a bunch of Clone House fragrances. I haven't met one fragrance that has duped a fragrance one to one because they can't do it. That's copyright infringement. You can't. If you look at the fragrances that I've talked about that are dupes right now, there's always a twist or a blend of two other fragrances. There's never a one to one. So for all the hate for clone house fragrances or whatever that people be giving, I don't care. It is what it is, and if they don't like it, they don't have to deal with it. But it's funny because some of the same people who are complaining about dupes are some of the same people right now who are reviewing dupe style fragrances. Ain't that's ironic? And I don't even have to call names. You can go through YouTube and find them. A lot of them people used to be the same ones who hated clones and hated dupes, and now they talking about them. It's funny how things change, huh? I had Safari back when I was stationed in Japan in 1990. Got on Sensual Obsessions, Purple Rain. I think you love it. Um, got that Andy Warhol because of you. That's what's up, man. That Andy Warhol, when he first came out with that, was a banger. Now I can't vouch for if it's actually a real dupe of Andy Warhol. I'm just going by what he said because I've never smelled the actual Andy Warhol by Bond Number Nine. I haven't. So I'm just calling it for what it is. It's a damn good fragrance. I still have. I think I still got two. What did I do with them? I think they're in that container up there because I started shuffling stuff around to make room for my Middle Eastern stuff. Hey bro, we figure out as we go. No parenting instructions. Never seen what's around the corner. Facts. I like what I like despite any hype or criticism. Facts. I'm on that too. Creed Aventus, Tom Ford, Oud. Um, Luke, I don't know what it is you're trying to say. Creed Aventus, Tom Ford, Oud. Are those fragrances you like? I mean, I like Aventus. I just don't like the fact that it's overdone. That's why I don't even own Creed Aventus anymore. But I got a couple of dupes. Just keep doing you and not let others knock you off your path. Yeah, I let them knock me off in the beginning, but I'm older and wiser now. I know better. Yeah, there are still those haters in the game. We are still doing our own thing. I only watch a few of the bigger channels, and they are actually cool and shout me out and appreciate what we do. OG, I'm thinking of buying and start macerating liquid brine, Teriyaki Intense, and Vintage Radio. Um, I have liquid brine. It's on the shelf behind me. I seen the limited edition one the other day. Can somebody in the comments tell me if there's a difference between the limited edition and the regular one? Because I don't know. And I'm not going to buy the limited edition one and it's the same deal. Hold on. I need to get my charger because my phone is on 6%. Uh, let's get plugged up here. I'm going to have to unplug my mic, guys. So if my sound quality goes out, I apologize in advance. All right, somebody in the comments, let me know if y'all can still hear me. Can y'all still hear me? All right, loud and clear. Let me go back to where I stopped at. All right, so see. All right. right, so OG, I'm thinking of buying and start macerating liquid brine, teriyaki intense. I wish they would put the names of the fragrances on here. I don't even know which one is which. I don't know if you're talking about these, the Rayhans. I don't know. One of those, I guess, is teriyaki. I can't remember which one. But vintage radio. I didn't want to show y'all this. This is one of the fragrances that was in that other bag, the right hand bag, not the left hand. I picked this up the other day from TJ Maxx, and I was in Yulee, Florida. I don't know how many of y'all are from Florida or know the area. I don't live far from there, but I picked this up at TJ Maxx and it was 20 bucks. That's not bad. So I will finally get to experience some more of these fragrances from this brand. I got a couple of more things in this bag down here that y'all didn't pick that we'll talk about at a later date. But let's see. I try to avoid the fragrance snobs. I enjoy the fragrance reviewers who are honest in their reviews, especially when they do rack store fragrance honey. Yeah, I started that's how I started doing reviews, or I started watching. Big Beard Business was one of the ones who influenced me to start doing reviews because he was doing the rack store. I think it was like $20, $25 challenge, the 30, 40, and $50 challenges. And then he got away from it and started doing other things, in which nothing wrong with growth, but he got away from it, started doing some bigger and better things. Ashton from Gent Sense used to do those kind of fragrance reviews, rack store, going in there. He stopped doing it. Then we all started picking up doing it, which is fun, but then it wasn't fun when you start going to the stores and not finding stuff. So now you feeling like you just wasting gas. Um, there are a lot of reviewers who go to rack stores and record the same content over and over and over. You never see them buy anything. You never see them actually um, find anything, and the curiosity is there. It keeps people watching, but I pick up on stuff like that quick and easy, and I stop watching those channels. Like, I'm not finna sit and watch the same video over and over and over. You walk into the store and you showing us the same crap that you just showed us yesterday. I don't want to see that. When I walk into the rack store and I walk in there and I see the same stuff that was in there the day before or a couple days before, I'm not even gonna turn my camera on. I don't want to put that kind of content out there for y'all to keep watching over and over and over. That's boring. After a while, people gonna stop watching you because you keep showing them the same stuff. Yes, sir. Kevin is doing a collab fragrance with me and my little channel. Nothing wrong with that. He did one with Trey Sense. That's my homeboy. I finally got to meet Trey. That was a cool thing. I got to meet what was his name? Grown Man Styles. I met him. Um, I haven't seen this guy in a while. Georgia Gent. I met him in TJ Maxx here. Well, he actually ran into me at that particular point in time. I was doing reviews. I don't think he was doing it at the time, but he was watching me. So we live in the same town. Um, but yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Kev has done collabs with a lot of people. He reached out to me at one point in time. I don't know why our collab didn't go through, but I was supposed to do one too, and it never happened. So whatever the case may be, no hard feelings on this end. Um, I still love Kev for who he is, and it don't matter to me. I mean, one day it'll happen. I have all three of those, and you will definitely love them. I like my high-end designers and OFC, my cheapies too. Ain't nothing wrong with liking high-end designers. Nothing wrong with liking niche. It ain't nothing wrong with none of that. It's just that
when you try, when you start off in a particular lane, take my channel for instance. I started out doing rack store cheapies and stuff like that. That's what everybody knew me for, as Mr. Cheap Sense. Hold on. I'm about to go old school on y'all. Everybody knows me or knew me as Mr. Cheap Sense back in the day. And that's what I was known for. Cheapies, fragrances like these, $12.99, $14.99. That's what people knew me for. Once you've been doing that for a while, you kind of pigeonhole yourself to a standard in people's eyes. And then you start going, I start switching over and buying Creed Aventus, Creed fragrances, Bond number nines, excuse me, and all kinds of stuff like that. And then people start straying away from your channel because now they thinking that you're turning into something that they don't like instead of giving you a chance. So that stagnates your channel. And from this standpoint, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles. A lot of us are stuck doing what we've always done. I got out of it for a little while and started talking about niche and high-end designer, but then I saw my channel wasn't picking up and I started going back to what I was known for, which was inexpensive fragrances. And inexpensive doesn't have to mean garbage or cheap fragrances. It can be something like Safari Breeze, which is inexpensive, or Petra by Latafa. I don't know nothing about this fragrance except what I read in the note breakdown. What is it? $29.99. I mean, even Atlantis, $34.99. That's a cheapie. If you want to consider it a cheapie. Like this one I just bought the other day. Hayati Gold Elixir Eau de Parfum. This was $19.99 at TJ Maxx. I mean Ross. Like cheapies. But when people hear the word cheapie, they automatically think you talking about stuff like Kendrick Good's Sea Salt and Fig, which is like it used to be like $6, $7, $8, $9 at Old Navy. That's where I got this from. And I see they have an updated version of this. It was discontinued at one point in time and they brought it back. But I need to go back and get it because it's only like $6 and some change. This is some good ass juice. Sea Salt and Fig, man. If y'all haven't tried it, go to Old Navy, sniff it, see if you like it. If you like it, grab it. I'm going to get me another bottle. I smelled it today, this morning, and I didn't get it. I should have, but I'm going back to get it probably in the morning. But people think cheap, they think something like this, or they think like, even though Cremo is a good brand, they think cheap like that. Or my son got this. They think cheap, and then they think they automatically their brain go to this. Like that's not what that means. Cheapies can be whatever price range that you can afford or that not really afford, but that you would want to spend on a fragrance. There are people out there who think that $80 is cheap. There are people that think $100 is cheap. There are people out there who think $200 is cheap. I don't think that because that's expensive to me. Hell, I don't even like spending $60 on a fragrance, much less 50. But if it's worth it, I'll do it. But anything beyond that, I'm hard pressed to do it when I know I can find something else that smells about the same or just as good for a lesser price. So, um, hey, have you tried Amouage Interlude, man? If dude, what's your take on it? I don't remember exactly what it smells like. I got Beach Hut, man. If I'm not mistaken, I might have a decant of it in that box up there, but I don't want to pull that out because that's a lot of decants. That is a lot of stuff to dig through. Um, but I think I liked it. I like if it's a off-putting kind of weird smell. I like those kind of fragrances. That's right up my alley. I like different. I like true niche. I'm not when people say niche, people think the name Creed or they think Parfums de Marly or something like that. To me, niche is like zoologist or Miguel Matos. Um, what's that other brand? Uh, the one that makes secretions magnifique. Like that's niche to me. When you got a fragrance like um Aventus, Baccarat Rouge 540. Like, that's not niche to me. Those are crowd pleasing, mass appealing fragrances that everybody likes, just about everybody likes, that people gravitate towards. True niche is fragrances that make you think or make you actually love a fragrance for what it is. That's true niche. When you look at the Mona Lisa, the painting, a lot of people don't get it when you look at it. They don't understand. That's niche. So yeah, I think I like Homage. Homage is a good house. I like them a lot. I had a few. Let's see. Lake Blackshear is an 8,700 acre lake. Look up Georgia Veteran State Park as it is on Lake Blackshear. I'm in the West Georgia area. Uh, okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna have to look into that, man. I like fishing. I'm not like a professional fisherman. I only been doing it for maybe a couple of years now. Me and my old lady got into it heavily the past couple of years. Um, I pulled a 5 pound something ounce bass out of the pond in my backyard not too long ago. I think I got a video of it somewhere on my channel, I believe. But that was my PB so far. I sit between the Chattahoochee River and the Flint River. Dam on the Water, Love Safari, Great Old School Frag that still bumps today. My Center of the Day, Fusion, DSC, Extreme. Safari was fine for me. Had 2 bottles. Even went back to get Lagerfield and Kuros. I had Kuros at one point in time. When I first started, it was a hyped up fragrance. A lot of people kept talking about how strong that fragrance was. That fragrance didn't come off strong to me. I actually liked it. I had a Karl Lagerfeld fragrance before also. I don't remember which one, but it was pretty decent. Um, let's see, a cream. I don't know what that is. That's when you know you have a problem when you don't open them. And yeah, exactly. I got a huge problem. I got fragrances on this top shelf up here that I ain't even open yet. I got fragrances right here on this damn counter on this desk. This one ain't open. I just bought this a couple days ago for my old lady. She ain't opened it. That's still in the cellophane. This still in the cellophane. Uh, this is still in the cellophane. This I bought the other day, cellophane. Bought that, still in the cellophane. Um, I wasn't gonna show y'all. I showed you this one already. That's still wrapped up. I bought this one. Whoa, let me get myself together here before I start dropping stuff. I bought this the other day. I showed this in a rack store video. That's still wrapped up. Same day. This one, all blind buys. I did look up the note breakdowns, but I bought this one. It was marked down. And then I have tons of stuff back there that I ain't even reviewed yet. So I got plenty of stuff, man. I don't know. I just sit around and I be fiddle farting, and some days I don't be in the mood. My son be wanting me to go outside and do stuff with him. And once I get back from being in the heat all day, riding the neighborhood with him, I'm burnt out. I don't feel like turning on no cameras or none of that stuff, man. I just be chilling. But yeah, I got plenty of stuff that I ain't even thought about doing reviews on yet that I need to. I wore ether yesterday and today. Just bought the bottle. It's good stuff, man. I like it. My old lady said she loved it. She smelled it on me earlier today. I have Wave Child 1015 and Atlantis X-Ray. If you like the smell of Jolly Rancher watermelon, then you're gonna love it. So open it. You still try to get me to open it. Leave me alone, man. I bought Hasifat because the Fragcom said it was a clone of Aventus. It's not, and I didn't really like it. I barely wear it because it's strong and too much oak moss with the pineapple comes off medicinal. Yeah, that's why you do not listen. Even me, I tell people in my videos, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't take my word for it. Just because I love something or I like something, that doesn't mean that you're going to like it, that you're going to love it. It doesn't mean that you're going to get compliments because my demeanor and yours are two different things. I may come off more approachable, so people are going to talk to me more than they may talk to you. I used to be that guy who walked around like this all day, like I was mean mugging, and people used to be afraid to talk to me because they thought if they said something that I was just gonna haul off and punch them in the face. When all I was doing was I was always deep in thought about things. I was always trying to figure out how to get money, how to get better, how to do things differently than what I've been doing. I don't know how many of you guys and gals on here ever felt like you were on a hamster wheel, like you were just spinning and spinning and spinning and not going anywhere. That's how I feel still right now. I'm almost 50 years old and I haven't figured out what my purpose is yet. And it just frustrates me that I want to do more for my family. I just can't figure it out. I want this YouTube thing to work, but it feels too much like work at times and I don't want to feel like I'm working two jobs. So, but I get it. I understand. Let's see, Liquid Brun, Teriyaki Intense, and Vintage Radio, all to good stuff. Lagerfield Photo is my all-time favorite fragrance. Safari is a great everyday scent, especially for church and weddings. Yeah, I get that. I don't pigeonhole my fragrances like I used to. I used to say fragrances are good for wearing to the office or wearing to church or stuff like that. I feel like you can wear whatever you want to wear when you can wear it, when you feel like wearing it. You just have to pick and choose how many sprays, or you know, you just have to be smart about it. Like oud, people will say, hear the word oud, and they'll get in their feelings and be like, "Oh, you can't wear oud in the summer." Yes, you can. You can wear oud in the summer. You just have to dial back the sprays and strategically put it where you won't be affected by it. Like spray it on the back of your neck instead of like some people will spray under their neck, which is a bad idea because you'll blow your nose out, or they'll spray it on their chest. If you're gonna do that, spray it. If you got on an undershirt, spray it on your undershirt or on your chest under the shirt so it can hold it in a little bit. But to solve that problem, don't spray anything in the front of you, spray it on the back. That way, you're not gonna blow your nose out. You may blow everybody else's out though. So yeah. Let's see. Limited edition is the same, only more intense. If you have the OG, you don't need it. So I don't need it then. Um, I can get all three for under 100. That's great in my opinion. Loud and clear. Can you hear? I can hear you. You're good. Clear. Yep, you good. Sound good. Good deal. I hear the limited liquid brun is more nuclear, but I never had performance or projection issues with the OG. Yeah, I haven't either. That stuff is very good in performance. I like it a lot. I hit a lot of online fragrance houses like Joma Shop, Scent Split, Fragrance Net, and others. Yeah, I used to do that too. I used to get a lot of my decants from web online websites and stuff, but I don't too much like I came into the game fragrance hunting for fragrances, going in actually physically going into stores and finding fragrances. That's what I like. I like to go in and meet people. I see people standing around looking at fragrances, and sometimes it sparks a conversation. And in that sentiment alone, you just met somebody. I'm old school. I'm always gonna be old school. Nothing wrong with what today's society is. Everybody walking around, they got their face in their phone or a tablet. The kids don't know what to do with themselves if they have to put their phone down. I'm old school. I like to go to the mall. I like to go outside. I like to see people, see what people are eating, what they doing, what they like, what they don't like, how people are dressing. I don't like to sit behind a computer screen or a phone and type up Amazon and I'm gonna order this and I'm gonna order that. In which I use Amazon, no hate, but I'm just saying in general, I'm old school. I've always liked to be outside and meet people and talk to people and physically be around people. So that's just me. Nothing wrong with none of them websites. Nothing wrong with people who like to do that. That's just not me. How about Aqua de Parma Colonia Essenziale? I think I had a decant of that, if I'm not mistaken, and I think I liked it, but I vaguely remember it. Old school. I remember those days of Mr. Cheap Sense. Yes, sir. A sub of mine sent me this. I still got that picture that he drew of me. I need to put it in a picture frame, to be honest with you. Matter of fact, I need to find it when I get off of here and see if I can find a picture frame to put it in so I can hang it up. I remember the review you did on Faconable Riviera. I found it at Ross, and thanks to your review, it was a great blind buy. Yeah, I like that fragrance a lot, man. I didn't keep it though. That I think it fell along the lines of when my daughter got shot and I started selling off stuff. But that was a great fragrance. I hadn't been able to find it in stores since then. I wish I could. Cheapo Depot. Grim says we should collab. I'm all for it. Um, if you can send me, I don't know, somehow I'll find you or you can find me. I don't want to give out information and then some jerk off starts emailing me weird stuff or whatever. So um Graham Sense, if you really interested in doing that, man, I'm all for it. Uh I guess if you can find me on Facebook, um my handle is I think it's still The Fragrant Life on Instagram. You probably can find me on Instagram. Um, I don't want to give out my real name on here. So if you can find me on Instagram, just find me on Instagram and contact me through there. If you have Instagram, I know some people don't really deal with social media a lot of times. What's a good daily driver for this time of year? One with great projection and beast mode performance. Um, I don't know where you live for one. I'm in Southeast Georgia, so it's hot here. I'm from Alabama, and it's pretty hot there too. Um, if you're looking for a freshie and you can find it in store or online, I definitely recommend Safari Breeze for one. I mean, this was only like 30 some odd dollars, maybe 40 bucks. Uh, French Avenue, Atlantis, even though I haven't smelled it yet, it's probably gonna be good. Its counterpart, Ether, is another good one. Um, you know what else is good? I think this is the either the I think this the EDP of Calvin Klein Defy. This stuff is real good. People sleep on Calvin Klein fragrances because it's Calvin Klein, but this stuff is fire, man. That's a good one. Another real good one is this one. Massage infused. It's a heavy citrus fragrance. It's really, really good. I love that, man. Um, Shiaka Snow is another good one. My old lady loves this on me, man. And in my video I did, I said I didn't care for it because I couldn't smell it at first. Now, for some reason, I guess it's maturated a little bit. I can smell it clear, and it smells so damn good. And I always get compliments every time I put it on, man. It's a good fragrance too. I got Shadow, but I like Snow better now. Uh, I can't. Opulent Dubai is good, but I don't know if that what's in it, like peach or something like that. That's in it. I don't know if a lot of men actually fuck with sweet scents like that. So it's good. I like it. I don't know if it's for everybody. Um, Tarathi is actually good. Electric is pretty good. 9 Dive is not my favorite from the brand, but it gets the job done in spring and summer also. I mean, I can keep going, but it's really up to you what you like. Note breakdown wise, you just gotta look the notes up, see what you like, what you don't like, and then what's your price range. Um, we got somebody that says they in here from Pakistan. What is good? What is going on? I picked up a 6 ounce bottle of Homme Noir by Jean Marc Paris for 19.99, and it smells like a fresher version of Armani Code. Yeah, Jean Marc Paris is a clone house also indirectly. Just like people don't realize it, but Perry Ellis is actually a clone house too. Them Cuba fragrances that you used to find, them cigars, clone house. If you really sit and think about it, smell some of those fragrances and compare it to designer fragrances, you'll find them. Perry Ellis 360 Red is an indirect dupe of Aqua di Gio. It's just a spicier version of it. If you sit and smell them side by side, you'll get the similarities, but 360 Red is just a spicier version of that. Muhammad said, "Hi, what is going on, Muhammad?" Let's see. I'm not a pro angler either. Finally was able to save and get a used boat so I can get out on the water and change it up from bank fishing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be a lifer when it comes to bank fishing because I don't know if you heard that story that I told about my daughter and I almost drowning at the beach one time. But maybe I don't know if the right person, because I done had friends get into boating accidents and pass away and actually pass away here where I live. One of my old teammates when I played basketball for the high school was trying to save a kid, and he actually drowned at the same exact beach where me and my daughter almost drowned. Um, I'm not fond of boats, but if the right person with the right boat came along, I probably could be convinced to go out on a boat. But right now, I'm a lifetimer when it comes to bank fishing. Bro, get you some Australia Absolute Chill. It's a minty citrus scent with tea notes. Smells like mojito infused with tea. Um, I've only seen two of those fragrances, and I picked up one. I think it's the same one. No, that's not it. That would be this one. Yeah. I picked up the Absolute Noir, but I haven't seen the chill one. But if I see it, I'll definitely grab it. Let's see. JP says, real talk, homie, respect. Uh, Another good one I picked up was Latafa, Angham. I even bought a few bottles for friends. Do I have that? Latafa. Dang, running over stuff. I don't think I have that one. I don't believe. Yeah, I don't have that one. But I'll definitely keep my eye out for it. Let's see. Have you tried Polo Earth? I have seen them at TJ Maxx. No, I haven't seen that. But I've been finding polos for like 44, $45. I've been grabbing them up too. This is the Cologne Intense, 44.99. And then before that, I found the Oud one. And I think I did a review on this one. And I love this stuff. I love Oud fragrances. Great scent, man. I'm glad I found that. And I think that was pretty cheap too. Another block message. Polo Deep Blue is nice. It has mango with aquatic. I think I smelled that before. I'm not sure. Australia, Absolute Chill, and Absolute Noir, both really good stuff. I'm from Alabama as well. Born and raised in Birmingham. Yes, we know about the heat. Yeah, I was born in Bruton, Alabama. I don't know if you know where Bruton is. I was born in Bruton, but I lived in Castleberry, which is like maybe 20 minutes outside of Bruton, and that's next to Evergreen. It's in between Bruton and Evergreen. A lot of people don't even know where it is. It's a very small town. If you pass through, you probably wouldn't even know you passed through there. One caution light, not much there. They used to have the strawberry festival there every year. I like Defy too, but it doesn't last that long. They last on me, and I have both of them. I had the original first, and this is my second bottle. I had the first one and I sold the first one, which it wasn't bad. I just sold it just cuz. And then I found it again. I think I found this for 20 bucks. The 100, I think this is a 100 milliliter size bottle. 20 bucks at TJ, no, Ross. And then I turned around not too long after that and found the EDP for 20 bucks. And I couldn't beat it, man. And both of these on my skin, I'm not saying that that's what you should have been getting. I'm not saying that. But for me, I get very good performance out of both of these. That Defy EDP fire. I agree. Nope. Don't like Opulent Dubai, Spectra, Malachi, or God of Fire. Very film. And I can understand that. I haven't even opened I have what's the other one? Mango Ice. I ain't even opened it yet. Hell, I got what is that? A fragrance that been around for a little while now. Kamarakawa. I ain't even opened that yet. 26.99. I'm still holding on to it. I don't know if y'all saw the video I did not too long ago where I found those that To Me fragrance and I passed on the other ones because I didn't like them. I didn't care for them. I went back. I bought Unwind, Awaken. I found Continuum, and there was another one, Atlas. So I went back and got them. I ain't even opened these three yet. Hell, I got 9 p.m. Elixir, and I got Rebel still in the cellophane. What else I got? I've been looking for this one for forever. I found that one still in the damn cellophane. So I got content for days. It's just me stop being lazy and go ahead and get it done. I just be so tired at times. I gotta push past that though, man. CK Defy are really good. Went to college in Montgomery, so I know the heat of both Alabama and Georgia. Yeah, I got I don't know if my aunt still stays in Montgomery, but I had families that used to live there. It's a couple of hours from where I used to live. I like Mesa and Alhambra, Bright Peach, and Porto Neroli. Polo Earth is usually in the women's fragrance section at TJ Maxx. It is the unisex fragrance. Yeah, I go in that. You don't see me record a lot of content in that in the women's department because there's nothing really exciting over there for me. So um the only thing I've been finding recently that's decently priced for me are those dossier fragrances. That's about it. All that other stuff is a little bit overpriced for me in the women's section. Now they do have a better selection of fragrances than the men because I've been in TJ Maxx several times and I don't even record a lot of video in there because the men's section is trash. And that just shows I'm not trying to start a men versus women discussion right now, but think about it. Mother's Day rolls around, and I mean they roll out the red carpet. They got you walk into TJ Maxx or Ross or whatever, and the doors open, fucking confetti, balloons. They passing out cupcakes and juice and all kinds of champagne and shit. And Father's Day come around, and we get a dirty, dusty ass, moldy rug. Um, we get a damn cup of Hawaiian punch that don't nobody drink. Um, we get tool sets that we don't need, socks everywhere, ties. Like it's just crazy, man, how much they don't respect us men. And there are a lot of great fathers in this world, man. And we just don't get enough respect. We don't. We get the shittiest gifts on Father's Day. And it's ridiculous. I'd much rather not get anything. I told my old lady, if you can't find me something that I can use or that I really love, don't get me nothing. Because I'll hurt your feelings. It don't matter to me. I don't want nothing I can't use. I got plenty of tools. I mean, if you're going to buy me something, I'll happily take some cologne if you're going to buy me something. And it's not hard to satisfy me. Just don't bring me a bunch of like super cheap stuff. Find me some decent stuff. You know what I like? Salute, homie. Lifestyle is rocking with you. I appreciate that. One that surprised me was a wasp black for him starts out. Are you trying to say Hawas black? That one, if you're talking about Hawas black, I didn't care for that fragrance, to be honest with you. I expected this to be more, And I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about because you said Awas, which is AWAS, and you didn't say Hawas, HAWAS. But if this is what you're talking about, then I didn't care for it because it has that Aventus kind of DNA to it. And I expected it with the name Black and how the bottle and the box looked. I thought this was going to be more along the lines of something like Mercedes-Benz Club Black, something dark, something sexy. And this is more on the brighter side. It smells like a vintage to me. So I mean, I'll wear it. I don't have an issue with it. I just expected something different than this. Mango Ice I wore Wednesday. Nice. It's nice. Got a number of compliments. My scent of the day, Afnan 9 p.m. Elixir. I like Kamarakawa much better than the OG. Toomey Unwind, not good. All others are good stuff. Yeah, I didn't care for. I think I had Unwind and what was the other one? Because I had them a few years back. Awaken and Unwind are the two. Awaken and Unwind are the two I had in the past, and I didn't care for them. I didn't even hardly wear them that much. And then they started popping up again at my local Burlington, and I think I picked up Atlas and left these behind. But then a couple days, and I didn't even care for Atlas at first. It grew on me. The longer I had it on in that video I did, the more I started liking it. But I went back after that and I picked up these three. So I said I'd give them another try and then continue them was a first for me. So, but I haven't smelled Kamarakawa yet. It's still in the cellophane. The OG um Camera, I like a lot. It smells really good. Of course, the performance is an issue on my skin, but I don't really care because I have I got them decanters. I don't know what I did with them. They was on this desk somewhere. But I have decanters that I can just use and I can take the top off, the atomizer, and then just put it on and pump it a few times, and it'll fill up the little travel sprayer, and I can take it with me. So that's not an issue for me. Um, my three best rack store buys were Armani Code, A List, Bulgari Man, Wood Neroli, and Ralph's Club Elixir. Yeah, that's what's up. Let's see where I'm from in New Jersey. Everything is in cases. It's starting to get like that here too, and that's all because of theft. People stealing. They can't stop stealing. Of course, this is gonna be like that. I've seen um Dollar General stores where damn near everything is locked up. Walmart is starting to get like that, where they locking up everything. They just recently took the fragrance case out of Walmart, and now things are back on the shelves like they used to be. I guess people got tired of being buzzed to come and get open glass cases and stuff, in which that wasn't gonna last long. People get tired of running back and forth all day, unlocking and locking cases and stuff for people. It's like it's millions, thousands, and millions of people that come in and out of these stores, and you're gonna run people ragged doing that, man. Word on Father's Day versus Mother's Day. Slender. A lot of men's fragrances are somehow placed in the women's section at TJ Maxx. I found commodity bergamot, Ram Silver, Rams Gold in the women's section. Rams Gold is my favorite. Um, is my wife's favorite. Yeah, I they don't understand. A lot of people don't know what pour homme or pour femme mean. Pour femme means for women. Pour homme is for men. And I think sometimes it could also be just people being lazy and don't at the last minute they stock in and they just say, "Oh shit, I'm just gonna throw it in here." Because I found men's fragrances in the women's section also, so that's not a new thing. But I get what you're saying. I find a lot of men's fragrances in women and vice versa. I found women's fragrances, and it could also be, um, well, yeah, I just leave it at them too. I think that Nishane Hasivat clone the Hawas Black. It could be. It could be. But it does to me, however, still come off like it has that Aventus kind of DNA, that kind of ambroxany kind of vibe that you get from Aventus is what I get from Hawas Black. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying to my nose, I just still can't get Aventus out of my head. That's what I smell. Latafa Assad Zanzibar limited edition was an enjoyable find at TJ Maxx. It came in a gift set with the regular Assad. I have been surprised by Hollister Wave 2 and Banana Republic fragrance line. Yeah, the that Banana Republic line, I had almost every single one of them fragrances at one point in time. They all were great in their own way. I sold off all of them also. There are a few that I still want to try out now, but um, I'm gonna hold off on those. I'm still interested in a lot of this Middle Eastern stuff. This stuff is banging. I haven't come across too many that have been bad so far. Um, I don't know. Zanzibar, I think I found once in TJ Maxx, but I didn't get it because I heard somebody say that it wasn't that good. So I don't know. I think before I get off of here, because my old lady just called me and I hung up on her. I think I'm gonna open one more fragrance. Let's see. Hawas Black first came out strong, like house cleaner, had to wear it twice, and the scent settled better. Um, Roger Williams said, "What's good, big baller? What's up, man? We just talking life and fragrances in here. It's been a great conversation so far. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm gonna open one more fragrance. I don't know if the mayor of Detroit is still in here. No, it's not gonna be this. So get off my back. Um, I think I haven't even done a review on this one yet, which is I think plantain, or whatever you want to call it. For car, Eau de Parfum. I opened this one and wore it, but I haven't done a review on it yet. I need to, and it smells good. It smells really good. I like it, but I think I am gonna open up one more before I get out of here. Plantain is good. Zanzibar Limited is different than Blue Bottle Zanzibar Original. Well, I haven't seen the limited one. I think I seen the regular Zanzibar. All right, let's open one more before I get out of here. But I'm gonna let y'all tell me what y'all want to see. Do y'all want to see me open Hayati Gold Elixir EDP by Latafa? Or would you want to see Ghost Spectra by French Avenue? Or do you want to see Absolute Noir by Atralia? Those are the three that I'm offering right now. I could throw in, I'm gonna throw in this in too. Or Hawas, what is this? Tropical. So y'all want to see which one of these three y'all want to see? Let me know in the comments which one of these four y'all want to see me open real quick. Versace blue jeans still stays in rotation because it. Yeah, I had because it reminds you of Freaknik. That's one thing I hadn't done, man. I had never been to Freaknik before. I had an opportunity once to go to Freaknik. All my homeboys last minute decided they were gonna go, and I had a strict mother, and it would have been kind of hard for me to go, so I didn't get to go. But I missed out on that wave. Um, Somebody says Ghost. Rod says I have it. I want to see what you think. Somebody says Tropical. I got two people who say Tropical. One says Ghost. So right now, I'm gonna take these two out of the way. I got one for Tropical. I mean, two for Tropical. I got one for Ghost. All right, y'all. Let me know. These other two are still up in the air. Absolute Noir, Elixir, Gold Elixir by Hayati, Tropical or Ghost. Which one y'all want to see? It's tied right now. We got two for Ghost and two for Tropical. We got another. Well, say he's the same one, so that don't count. We got two for Tropical, two for Ghost. Right now, it's a tie. It's a tie between Tropical and Ghost. Who's gonna break the tie? Can't be the same people who already commented. We still tied. We got one for Ghost and one for Tropical. Three apiece. We got a Ghost. Right now, it's looking like Ghost is gonna win. Come on, y'all. It's 13 people in here. 13 people. You mean to tell me y'all don't want to talk? Y'all don't want to leave a comment and tell me which one of these? Got another one for Ghost. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all who showed up and stuck around for this video. I'm not the most flamboyant. I'm not the most knowledgeable. I'm not a professional. We got another one for Ghost. Um, when it comes to reviewing fragrances, I can only tell you guys what I smell and what I like and what I don't like. And for those of you who appreciate that, I appreciate you. And I appreciate all the people commenting where they're from also. We had people from the Middle East in here. We got people from Texas, people from Bama, Roll Tide. Leave a Roll Tide in the comment. Roll Tide. I know I live in Georgia, but we don't do Bulldogs here. So I like this channel because it's blue collar level. Brunswick, Georgia. Yep, that's where I live, Brunswick, Georgia. We got Los Angeles in the building. It's been a good live, bud. Not from Bama, but I give you a Roll Tide. I appreciate it, War Eagle. Man, listen, when I was a kid growing up in Alabama, I used to be a heavy Auburn fan, but only because at that particular point in time, I was a kid and all I liked was the colors. I didn't know absolutely nothing about football back then. I remember going to Kmart and they used to have the game playing on over the intercom system. I remember that vividly. And then the older I got, the more I understood football and I understood my lineage being from Alabama. I was a diehard fan and I love Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. My stepson came to me the other day talking about go dogs, and I started to put his ass out, make his ass sleep in the damn garage. Talking about a damn go dogs. You know, get your ass out of here. Bo Jackson. Yeah, I remember meeting you in Burlington. You met me in Burlington? When was this? Have you ever went to the Iron Bowl? Man, I have never been to anything except a high school football, basketball game. I've never been to a college football, college basketball, pro basketball, football, none of that. I live a very boring life, man. Um, but I did tell my old lady, I said I'm gonna start trying to look into getting tickets for some of these Alabama games. I do want to go to at least one pro football and one pro basketball game, and one at least one college football and basketball game. I want to experience that before I leave this earth. Let's see. LOL. Good dogs. My son just graduated from UGA. That's what's up, man. But he a dog, so we don't do dogs over here. Yeah, a month or two, probably a month or two. Let's see. The Iron Bowl would be amazing. Yeah, it probably would be. Brown and black two-strand twist. Yeah, if you I don't remember. I got a bad memory. The Iron Bowl is an amazing experience. You can truly feel the rivalry. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Alabama and Georgia play. I wouldn't mind going to see Alabama and Auburn. I don't want to go to a blowout game though. I want to go to a good old hard nosed, like the game feels like it's on the line and the last play is what decides the game. That's what I want to go to. I don't want to go to a game where Alabama just steamrolling on, in which I don't even know if we'll ever be back to that again. I think that magic is gone, man. That it left when Nick Saban left and don't even feel the same anymore. And then you got that NIL crap going on and all these kids getting paid now, which I'm all for them getting paid because they were using them kids like none other to sell products and stuff, and they weren't getting nothing for it. But it's just the game is just not the same anymore, man. Yeah, edge of your seat game. I wish I would have got to go to a game when Nick Saban was still there, man. That's what I want to experience. That Nick Saban era. All right, so I guess nobody else is gonna comment what fragrance. So I guess we're gonna do Ghost because we had more people commenting that they wanted Ghost. So that's what we gonna do. If I can get it open. Now I've heard good and bad things about this fragrance. 34.99 is what I paid for it at Burlington. Good and bad things about this fragrance. Some people absolutely hate it. Some people absolutely love it. This is the box, and I'm a sucker for a good box. And this one is a good box. It opens like such. Fragrance sits inside. That's pretty neat. For those who care about the box and the information, this is the box. Uh, Ingredients on the back, other basic information. This is an eau de parfum concentration, 80 milliliters, 2.7 ounces. Information on the back, information on the bottom, French Avenue on the top, nothing on the sides. It's a box. My It opens, it closes. It's a box. All right. This is Ghost. And at first I didn't understand this bottle, but now I do. This is a bullet already lodged in here, and a bullet. You can see the motion is going in this side. What they were shooting at, I don't know. I'm hoping this is not supposed to be flesh, but whatever the case, that's the bottle. Nothing on the back, nothing on the sides. You can see through this, which is a plus. I love bottles when you can see through them. Once again, another company that puts stuff in black like Armoff. Why would you have a brown or a black bottle with black writing on it is ridiculous to me. Armoff is the worst when it comes to that. All right, let's see. I'm running out of room to spray. Damn, I got stuff everywhere. All right, we're going inside the wrist. Pressurized. Not bad. That's good. Hmm. It smells like there could be some citrus in this. Maybe. I had to run and get my other phone so I can look up the note breakdowns. But right now, this comes off familiar too. This smells like something I've had before from another brand. Let me look the notes up because right now, this comes off kind of like, I'm going to be honest. This smells like a weak version of a dupe of, what was the name of that fragrance? I owned it at one point in time, and it was a dupe of Creed Aventus too. Uh, it kind of comes off like a weak version of something I had before. I can't remember what the name of it is. Um, this to me, I had Nishane Annie before. This to me does not smell like what I had in Nishane Annie. This smells like a more generic. It smells like something very generic and not the best quality of juice either. Because it says that this is supposed to be a dupe of Nishane Annie, Ani, or whatever you want to call it. Says it opens with ginger, bergamot, and cardamom, dries down to a rich vanilla, cedar, and patchouli base. Supposed to be woody, smoky, warm, spicy, leather, amber, balsamic, powdery, patchouli, animalic. Just by the main accords listening to this, which is, I think, the reason why I picked this up, because that sounded good to me. Everything in this, especially when it got to balsamic, I like fragrances with that smell like that, especially animalic. I'm not getting any animality to this fragrance right now. Um, it just smells very cheap to me. Um, Says it was launched in 2023. It has top notes of incense, gaiac wood, and saffron. Middle notes of leather, amber wood, and violet and sugar cane. Dang, it's something in my eye. And the base has smoke, patchouli, woodsy notes, sandalwood, and black musk. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this as of right now. I'm not a fan of this right now whatsoever. It comes off rather, I don't want to say the word bargain bin, because there are bargain bin fragrances that have been great. This smells very, very cheap to me, cheaply made to me. Now, to be fair, like I always do, I am going to wear it. So I'm probably going to wear this tonight or tomorrow night and see what happens. But right now, I'm not a huge fan of this. This is not something that if I had smelled this before I bought it, I probably wouldn't have bought this, to be honest with you. I like the bottle presentation. I like the box. It's cool. Scent profile as of right now, and I'm not trying to, let's see, scratch that, not Ghost Spectra. Wraith is what I have. Yeah, and I just seen that. I didn't even know Wraith was a fragrance of theirs. Um, until I just seen it on here that is that Wraith is a dupe of something Black Phantom, I think. But yeah, this is very, very synthetic smelling. Very, and saying synthetic and generic doesn't always mean bad, because if you really think about it, there aren't a lot of brands who use natural ingredients in their fragrances. A lot of this stuff, even your high end stuff, is, coming close, synthetic. They use synthetics to make accords that smell like certain things. So this is where you have to, instead of sticking your head down into the rabbit hole, you have to jump down in the rabbit hole and follows where it leads to. People get mad when they hear people say something is synthetic or generic or whatever other term that gets their panties in a wad. A lot of the popular fragrances in the world are made with synthetics. They're just made with higher quality synthetics. Just think of how much money a lot of these brands would be shelving out if they used high quality ingredients or natural ingredients in every last bottle that they put out. Think of how many bottles of Creed Aventus that was released since that fragrance was launched up until now. How much money they would be shelving out if they were buying real quality, using natural ingredients and real high quality ingredients to keep making this stuff over and over and over. After a while, a lot of companies would go out of business because they wouldn't be able to keep up the demand. the supply and demand thing. So don't get offended when somebody says something is synthetic or um whatever the other words is that people use. But right now, yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all. But like I said, in all fairness, I am gonna wear it anyway. So I always give a fair assessment to fragrances. I always give the fair shake. So um let's see. Where was it? Edge of your seat games. I hope you get to the SEC championship game. You will love it. Um Call of Duty Ghost. It's a winter for sure. Dries down to a chocolate spice. I like it. Thriller 269 says, "Yo, yo, what's good? Scratch that Ghost Spectra. Wraith is what I have. Very synthetic. I agree. Wraith is a dupe of Killian's Black Phantom. Wear it 2 to 3 separate days, then give the verdict." Yeah, I always give a fair shake to any fragrance, whether it's a cheapie or something high end. Whether I like it or I don't like it, I still give it a fair wearing. I'm not just gonna say I don't like it and throw it to the side. I'm not doing that. Savage smells synthetic to me too. Um, I don't get synthetic in Savage personally, but it does give me a headache. That's why I don't like Assad. Assad is terrible, in my personal opinion. I cannot stand that fragrance. That shit gives me a massive headache, and it is hard to get off. It is hard to get off. I wore it once or twice, and I will never wear it again, ever. I'm probably gonna find somebody to gift it to, um, because I think I still have the box, but I don't like Assad at all. I can't stand that fragrance. And I had Sauvage, the EDT, the EDP, the Parfum, and I think I had Elixir at one time too. And I sold all of them. They all were good. I just it just was what it was. But all right, guys, I'm about to get off of here. We've been on here for quite some time. I really enjoyed this. Hoping to do this again. I had just some throwaway fragrances laying around that I wanted to talk about real quick because I'm probably not gonna do um any reviews on these Pepe Jeans fragrances. I don't know yet. I might, but I just wanted to get some of this stuff out here and do something fun. I haven't done a live stream in a little bit of time. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for commenting. Thank you all for the thumbs up. And like I said, hopefully we'll do this again. And roll tide. Somebody said, have you ever tried Kenzo? I have never tried any Kenzo fragrances whatsoever. None. I wanted to. I saw one at TJ Maxx like maybe a year or so ago, and I didn't buy it. The only person I've ever seen talk about Kenzo fragrances was Ashton from Gent Sense. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Once again, roll tide.